Hi everybody, Kelly here from the Modern Day Tarot. Thanks so much for stopping by my channel. All the information on how to book a reading with me is down below this video in the information section. All my other information for my social media pages are all down there below as well. All right, let's get started with your reading. Hey Aries, welcome to your August 2019 monthly reading. This is for all the Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. Okay, so I have pulled 5 cards for you to do your monthly reading, and then I'm going to pull one oracle card as we're finishing up. So this month, Aries, your main energy coming through is the Major Arcana Strength card. And Major Arcanas, in fact, you have 2 here. You have Judgment and you have the Strength card. And we're going to get to this one here in just a few minutes. But Strength, this also represents the sign of Leo. And as soon as I saw this, this made total sense to me because the first part of August, there are several planets that are in the sign of Leo. You have Sun, Venus, Mars, which is your ruling planet, and you also have Mercury. All of them, the first part of the month, are in the sign of Leo. And the Strength card represents that calm inner strength. It's confidence, it's being able to handle yourself in situations that would normally rattle you, and as you can see in the illustration here with this woman, and she's, she has her hands gently on this lion's mane, but her hair is being whipped around, her clothes are tattered and being whipped around, all these leaves. There's a big storm going on all around her, but she's calm. And the lion represents her strength. And all is calm because she feels completely confident in her own abilities and within herself and her own judgment on how to handle situations. And this, like I said, being a Major Arcana card, this is going to be a big theme for you, for many of you Aries, this month, is tapping into that inner strength. And it's not brute force. It's not, getting all up in somebody's face. It's just being able to handle things with clear confidence and clarity, okay? Because right below it, we have the Ace of Swords, and we're going to get to that one too. Now, the number 8 on this card also is, if you turn it on its side, it's the Infinity card. So what goes around comes around. And it also represents strength, endurance, and clarity in your ability to handle whatever comes your way. All right. And the purpose for this coming through in the position of, what's the purpose behind this energy? We have the 6 of Pentacles, which once again, if you notice, we have 2 pentacles here, and then we have Major Arcana, and then we have the energy of air, which is swords. Pentacles is that very grounded energy. It's earth energy, okay? And the 6 of Pentacles is all about balance. You see the scales here? It's give and take. So this month, and as we're going through the month, that, like I said, that very first part of the month is going to be all about, what it is that you love to do, what you need to do for you, what it is that you love, what you want to put action into to create for yourself. But then, as we get later in the month, those same planets move from Leo into Virgo. Virgo is earth energy. And when it moves into Virgo, now we're talking about your 6th house, which is your health and service to others. All right. So once again, there's going to be a sense of balance there between what you need for yourself on strength and confidence, as well as what you need for your health, but what you're able to give to others. And that the number 6 is also representative of nurturing others as well as nurturing yourself. So there's going to be a balancing act for a lot of you Aries out there this month, so that you're not overdoing it. You're handling things that you feel comfortable with. You're taking care of yourself, but at the same time, you're taking care of those close to you without, extending yourself to the point that you're overdoing it. And you will be able to do this successfully as long as you're keeping that in the, front of your mind that, okay, I'm going to handle what I can and I'm going to give what I can. But if my gut tells me, this is just going a little overboard for me, then, you may need to pull back a little bit. Because how to work with this energy, here we have the 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles is complete abundance on a financial level. You're going through this not only for the sake of feeling your own strength and confidence, but so that you can build a sense of security for yourself. Because Pentacles not only represents our finances, it's our money, it's anything that we can see, feel, and touch that gives us that sense of security, but it can also represent, when we feel secure because we have what we need, it's also, that feeling of abundance. And that's, how you need to work with this energy is, okay, I need to balance what I can give versus what I need. I need to stand strong and feel confident within my own abilities and not allow myself to get rattled. And know that no matter what, I have abundance all around me. And the number 10 also represents new beginnings as well as endings simultaneously. This didn't happen overnight. This illustration here, where you see this old gentleman right here and he's putting these coins in there, he's an older gentleman because it took him a long time to build this. So you have abundance, Aries. You have a lot. So you have every reason to feel strong and confident within yourself this month. But you need to be careful that you don't overdo it and tip the scales either way, whether you're taking too much or giving too much, okay? Because that way you stay within what is comfortable for you and what you need as well as what you're giving, okay? Now, as we go further into your reading here, what's blocking you this month, and it's interesting that here we have the Ace of Swords and it's right underneath the Strength card, which is all about confidence. Ace of Swords, all aces in the deck of tarot represent the opportunity for a new beginning, but it's up to you whether to take that opportunity. And Ace of Swords, swords is air energy, it's how we communicate. Now, we just came out of a Mercury retrograde. In fact, by the time you're looking and watching this video, we're probably still in the shadow period of that Mercury retrograde. And this is all about communication, and it's a brand new beginning on how to speak your truth. Speak what it is that's on your mind. Talk about your ideas. Talk about what's important to you, but you do it in a way where you don't feel rattled and insecure, and where you're putting yourself, like you're either pushing yourself on others or you're taking on too much. It's a balance, all right? It's a balancing act of clearly communicating. And if you notice here, and you'll see this with almost pretty much all of the swords cards, the illustration, there is a lot of clouds around, because when we're communicating, especially when we're learning to speak our truth, it can be, challenging. It can be a turbulent time, especially if you're not used to it. If you've, struggled with having self-confidence. But the thing that you need to let go of is having a sharp tongue when you do communicate, and just feel confident in what it is that you have to say. And yes, you can be firm and straightforward, but not in a way where you're going to offend somebody because you're feeling insecure about what it is that you need to say. It's just speaking clearly and confidently. Okay, because also, as you're looking at these two cards here, the eagle is facing this angel here in the judgment card. And how to unblock the inability to speak your truth, we have judgment, which is all about letting go. The judgment card is also a major arcana, and it's the second to the last card before the world card. The world card is it's achievement, it's coming to the end of a cycle and learning everything that you needed to, and you are now ready to move on. But before you get to that point, we have to go through judgment. And you see the angel here, this is Angel Gabriel, and he's calling up all these souls to go before and be judged. Well, when this happens, this is a time of looking back on your life and not passing judgment on yourself or others. It's what did you learn over the years? What did you learn what to do, what not to do? How did, things transpire? And although they didn't turn out maybe the way you wanted them to, what did you get out of it? And if you are still holding on to any anger that's blocking you from being able to speak your mind, speak your truth, this is a time to let that go. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to be okay with someone that hurt you badly or put you in, a really bad situation and abused you in some way. That is not what this card stands for. This does not mean that what they did was okay, and it doesn't mean that you still have to be around them. This just means, you know what? You can't change what's happened, and holding on to the anger or the grief or the sadness of a situation is not going to change it, and all it's doing is holding you back. The best thing you can do is, in every situation, there is something to be learned from it. And that's where you are able to move forward. Okay, I'm not going to be angry anymore. I'm going to take what I've learned from that situation and I'm going to move forward so that I can finally start speaking what I think and what I feel with confidence without getting all rattled. But at the same time, I'm staying within balance to what I can give versus what I expect. Because when everything's said and done, I have everything I need. I am abundance. I have abundance. I have worked very hard to get where I am. So I don't need to prove myself. I just need to speak clearly and confidently. But be willing to give as well as receive. Let's pull you some oracle cards. But real quick, before I do that, I added up all the cards here, and it came out to the number 45. 4 plus 5 is 9. 9 in numerology carries the vibration of endings. All right? This is right before the end of a cycle. Right before a brand new cycle begins, we look back on what we've learned so that we can move forward in a more positive way. Because that's what you're getting ready to do, Aries. So so that you can speak your truth. You can say what you need to say with confidence. You can do what you need to do with confidence. And it's all about balance. You know, real quick before I get into the oracle cards, I am going to pull, see here. I want to see, I'm going to get a clarifier for judgment as well as for the strength card here. Let's pull, all right, what's happened in the past here? Judgment. Let's get a clarifier for judgment. Judgment. Clarifier here for this judgment card. What have you been through, Aries? What have you been through that has made you feel a lack of or less than? What have you been through? Judgment card for Aries. Okay. All right. Here we have the Two of Swords. Comes right after the Ace of Swords. All right. So once again, you feeling like you can't make, in the past, not making either the right choices or not seeing everything the way you needed to see them in order to make good choices. You may be feeling regretful of decisions that you've made. And you may be beating yourself up over it. Or for some of you, you're beating up others for the decisions they've made that has affected you. But that's where this judgment for many of you is coming from. And when decisions are made that are not in our favor and affect us in a negative way, of course that is going to spread to hurt feelings and anxiety and resentment, all because certain decisions were made. But these are decisions that can't be changed. These are decisions that's already been made. So the only thing to do is to take what you've learned so that you can move forward in order to say and speak in a new way with clarity and with confidence, with balance, because at the end of the day, you are abundant. You have what you need to create the life and the outcome that you truly want. Because you can't create this if you don't have this. If you don't have confidence within yourself and you don't have balance, you can't create this. So I want to get another one for the strength card here. This main energy of strength. Can we get some deeper meaning here into this strength card for Aries, Sun, Moon, and rising signs? Let's get some clarity for this strength card for Aries. Strength. Clarifier here. The strength card. Okay. Here we have the Empress, another major arcana. This is nurturing. This is mothering. This is the mother figure in the major arcana. Because as you see in the illustration, and the tree that's growing and all this abundance around her, this is all about creativity. Now, for some of you, you have this earth energy here of this mother holding this infant. For some of you, this can stem all the way back to your relationship with your mom, and that because of that relationship, you didn't have the strength and confidence that maybe you should have had growing up. Whether that caused you to be more docile and, kind of hidden from the world and shy, or that made you too aggressive and too just too excitable and too impulsive because you didn't have the confidence within yourself, and it made you over anxious. But know that once again, whatever happened to you in the past doesn't mean that you don't have what it takes in the here and now to change the course of where you want things to go this month, because the planets are lining up so that the first part of the month you can take a nice big look and put action into all the things that you love to do. And then the second part of the month, the scales tip a little bit so that you can start giving back. But at the same time, while you're giving, you're still watching your own, health and what you need. It's still in balance. And scales also can represent the sign of Libra, which Libra is justice. It's fairness. It coincides, it's air energy, so it coincides with speaking your truth, as well as judgment and keeping things fair, looking at things, letting go of what doesn't serve you, and holding on to what does. Okay? All right, so let's get you an oracle card here, Aries. Beautiful energy this month, guys, and I really think this is going to be a great month where you're going to have the backing of the planets and their energy to help you, bring this about for yourself. So let's get an oracle card here for Aries to top this all off. Aries, sun, moon, and rising signs. Let's get a beautiful card here. Good message for Aries. All right. Okay. Clear audience. All right. Clear audience. Notice the loving guidance. Let me make it so you can see it. Okay. Notice the loving guidance you hear inside your mind or from other people. So, once again, it's telling yourself through your own confidence what you know deep down you're made of and who you are. And that you have abundance. You are abundance. You are worthy of being loved. And you are worthy of not only receiving it, but giving it. And you have that ability to do it and stay in balance. So let's get a little bit more insight into that. Okay, clear audience. You're hearing true divine guidance very clearly. It comes in the form of repetitious messages, urging you to improve a situation for yourself or others. Pay close attention to everything you hear in your mind and with your physical ears. Divine directives are repetitious, loving, and to the point. Ask me for help if you need clarification on anything you hear. So, there you go, Aries. Once again, this is all about communication and not only speaking your truth, but trying to understand and hear what others are saying to you as well. All right? Because regardless of what's happened in the past, you've got Two of Swords and the Empress. See, I just feel this goes back to, for many of you, this goes back to a mother figure, decisions that were made that have possibly carried on. But for others of you, it's whatever has happened in your past, it has definitely tapped into your ability to create on all kinds of levels for yourself. Creating, financial abundance, emotional abundance, just being able to speak clearly and communicate clearly, and make good decisions as well. So it's not just saying what you need to say clearly. And yes, if you need to be firm about it with others, that's quite all right, because there needs to be a certain amount of balance. But at the same time, be willing to hear what the other person is saying also. And know that you have, like I said, you have what it takes to end a cycle and begin a new one. I hope this video was of help to you, Aries. I hope you have a wonderful month of August. Take care and God bless.